Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Big Mike Talks, where today we're in a bit of a different situation. As you can see, I got a little bit of a new background, a brand new setup if you've seen my Instagram, and today I'm going to give you my review for Sacrifice, which was on Friday, which was a very fun show, and it starts out with a match that I did miss their first time around, but I am glad I caught this one. You had Speedball Mike Bailey taking on Jonathan Gresham. And honestly, these two put on a technical masterclass. A lot of great chemistry all around. They've been teaming for a little bit on Impact lately, so that's been fun. Gresham going for figure four a lot this match, which, hey, don't get me wrong, I like a good figure four as much as the next guy. Gresham countered the spin kick a couple times, which was great. An Ultima weapon on the ring apron later on in the match, which that was gnarly. Ultimately, Mike Bailey hits the spin kick, the Ultima weapon, which honestly I think has turned into my new favorite finisher, for the win for Speedball Mike Bailey. Now, Speedball has a very big test coming for Multiverse United, which will, you know what, I'm not going to talk about it here. I'm going to talk about it tomorrow with my predictions. Well, I'll tell you my schedule for this week, as we'll see. We got Brian Myers and Moose backstage talking about their match, getting ready to take out Joe Hendry. Santino Marella comes in, says Moose is banned from ringside. And we get the Digital Media Championship match. Brian Myers taking on Joe Hendry. Pretty quick little match. I wouldn't say a nothing match, but it was entertaining for what it was. A lot of big moves, including a roster cut counter, which was impressive as heck. Myers then goes for an Impaler DDT, which, shout out to Gangrel, one of the most underrated wrestlers in wrestling. Joe Hendry then counters the spear into the standing ovation to retain his title. So, we'll see where that goes. Hopefully we'll get to see someone new for Hendry to take on. We'll see. Alright, next up, a bit of sad news as we have a Mickie James interview. Now, she was slated to defend her Knockouts title against Jordynne Grace. However, it is revealed she suffered a rib injury, more than likely happening during the previous tapings. So she cannot compete at Sacrifice, and apparently she was slated for a 4-way match at Multiverse United, in which she will be replaced with Masha Slamovich. Now, as revealed by Santino and Mickie, at Rebellion, Jordynne Grace is automatically in that match, and the winner of the Fatal 4-Way, which now includes Masha Slamovich, will be the other number one contender. And if Mickie can't physically be there for Rebellion, if she's not medically cleared, she will give up the title and those two will have a match for the title. However, if Mickie is indeed cleared for Rebellion, that match becomes a triple threat. So, hope you heal up soon, Mickie. Hopefully it's not super serious. And, we'll see where that goes. And to throw this in, we also learned that, well, you know what? I'll mention it later. It'll be irrelevant. Next up, we have Giselle Shaw versus Deonna Purrazzo. This is their second meeting, and they will both be in the Multiverse United #1 Contenders match. This match was a tad bit awkward, but it did get the job done. Giselle Shaw and Purrazzo do have a bit of chemistry, but I do feel like they need a little bit of work to get each other to smooth things out a little bit. And Deonna Purrazzo wins via the Venus de Milo, which is a impressive submission move. Evans then gets in the ring and attacks Purrazzo, as does the rest of Shaw's crew. Then out comes the return of Tasha Steele. Now Purrazzo's down in the ring. Steele gets in. She goes face to face with Evans, her former heavy. It does look like they're both going to continue the attack on Purrazzo. Then Steele hits Evans, which, did not see that coming. It looks like Steele's going for a face turn. And it's good to see her back. Hopefully she has a couple more matches in her. This next match had no right to be as good as it did, but it was very good, as Kenny King takes on PCO. PCO has been feuding with Eddie Edwards for a little bit, out of their Honor No More stable breaking up. Kenny King jumped in on this feud to become an ally of Eddie Edwards. And it's going to be interesting where Eddie and King go. Match was interesting to start. Kenny King trying to avoid PCO's big moves, but ultimately he gets caught in a big old power slam. King then counters a choke slam from PCO. An impressive lung blower by Kenny King in the corner. That's Kenny King is so underrated. It's not even funny. Eddie Edwards then, near the finish of the match, gets a steel chair, gives it to King, who sets it up in the corner, and then he gets Irish whipped into it. And then, while the ref has her back turned to deal with Eddie Edwards, King has the chair in hand, looks like he's going to hit PCO with it. PCO then punches the chair into Kenny King's face for the pinfall victory. That was definitely a very interesting way to finish a match. And we'll see where PCO and Eddie Edwards go from here. We got a new knockout debuting soon, Jordy Threat. Personally, never heard of her. I do hope she fits well in the knockouts division. Then we got backstage with Steve Maclin, Rich Swann, and Kaz, with Maclin replacing Josh Alexander, who just had surgery and vacated the world title. Now, and then Maclin was inserted into Josh Alexander's place in the six-man tag main event. Maclin then says, he didn't want it this way. He wanted to beat Josh. But now he can scout Kushida, who Maclin is going to face at Rebellion for the vacated world title. Next up, we got the X Division title on the line as Trey Miguel defends against Santino Marella's hand-picked opponent, and it's MLW middleweight champion Lince Dorado. And big surprise there. Lot of good lucha things. Thanks, Kalisto. Lot of good chemistry between both sides. A lot of good high flying. Trey then tries slowing down the match himself, although it doesn't really work. Plenty of near falls, and Then after a knee strike Rana roll up, Trey Miguel retains. Which, that was definitely a fun match. Very good high-flying bout. And we'll see what comes from Trey at Multiverse. Alright, next up we have the Impact Tag Team titles on the line. However, before that we got a little interview as Shane Hayes of TMDK has a little backup in Bad Dude Tito. If you don't know TMDK, they are a stable brought together by Bronson Reed, who is now in WWE. And they've been kind of feuding with everyone in New Japan, including Zack Sabre Jr. with the New Japan television title. So they're going to bring it to the Micro Bullet Club, as Tito calls Chris Bay and Ace Austin. And match gets underway. A lot of good high-flying stuff from Bullet Club. Tito's power is actually kind of impressive. Like, he's very agile for a big dude, including a dive to the outside, which, don't see that often. Then after some good old-fashioned double teaming by Bullet Club, you then get Haste trying to interfere. He gets thrown out of the ring. Finish comes with double knees, double clotheslines, bunch of super kicks, and then an art of finesse into the fold for the 1-2 sweep for the win and the retention from Bullet Club. This match was a lot of fun to watch. And, that 4-way at Multiverse. That's going to be a fun one. Next up is the Busted Open match, which, honestly, let's call it what it is. It's a first blood match, as Tommy Dreamer takes on Bully Ray. Now, before the bell, Bully Ray jumps Tommy Dreamer from behind, and they bring out all the plunder. They duel with chairs. They bring out a table. Tommy Dreamer brings out a cheese grater. Immediately, Bully Ray gets busted open. But then the good hands come down and distract the ref, try to blot the blood, and just, distracting the referee, which, that's kind of funny. Tommy then has Bully right where he wants him. Bully Ray then begs off. Low blow. And, slams it. Gets the cheese grater. Right over the face. Tommy Dreamer's busted open. And then post-match, it looks like the Good Hands and Bully Ray are going to powerbomb Dreamer through the table. Out comes Yuma Hira for a bit of the save. He then gets taken out. And Devin McCarty, NHL legend, is sitting ringside. And it looks like he's trying to get in to help Bully Ray. Then security's stopping him. Then Bully Ray says, hey, let him come in. He then comes in. It looks like they're hockey fighting a little bit. And then Bully Ray goes for the kick to the gut. Triple powerbomb through the table, which I will give McCarty credit. He took that like a champ. And out comes someone we haven't seen for a while, as Scotty D'Amore, the former head coach, comes out to make the save with like half of the roster. Then it looks like Hoek is about to attack D'Amore. He blocks it It's a Canadian destroyer on Hoek, which, god dang, that was impressive. Like, that was a lot of fun to watch. As far as first blood matches go, it was fine. Entertainment value definitely came in the post-match angle. And now it is time for our main event of the evening. As Time Machine, that being Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, and Kushida, take on Frankie Kazarian, Rich Swann, and Steve Maclin. Now, like I said, Maclin is a replacement for Josh Alexander, who just got shoulder surgery and had to vacate the Impact World title. This match was honestly a big old bowl of chaos, but I absolutely dug it, including a couple of details in there, including Maclin having to tag himself in constantly, and then tagging out once he's not at the advantage. At one point, everyone gets in the ring and has a big old brawl. A lot of good high-flying stuff from the Guns, in which, please be careful, you guys. Then we have a coming down the finish, which includes a bunch of cutters from Kazarian, a 450 splash, the Phoenix Splash misses into a Motor City stretch, which they get out of, knee strike, leg drop. Maclin then saves Rich Swann from an attack, getting a very awesome looking moonsault, slice spread, and then a KIA for the... Oh no, I'm wrong. The KIA misses into a show shock, into the hoverboard lock, in which Steve Maclin taps out. So this is his first loss in a really long time. So we'll see what goes on for Rebellion. Alright, that is it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you're looking for, what your favorite match was for Sacrifice. And now, a little PSA in the scheduling for this week, as it's obviously WrestleMania week, and I am very excited. There are, 3 shows I'm going to be checking out. Impact / New Japan Multiverse United, that's going to be on Thursday. Friday is Ring of Honor, Supercard of Honor, which is going to be on Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday are WrestleMania. So, here's what I'm going to do. Tomorrow, Wednesday, it's going to be my predictions for all 3 of those shows. Thursday, then, is going to be the only recap for the weekly wrestling stuff I'm going to cover. So, Raw, I'm going to cover NWA Power, going to cover MLW Underground, and finally AEW Dynamite. So, I will be missing Impact Wrestling because Multiverse is that night and I'd like to see that. Friday, no SmackDown, no Rampage, as I will be watching Supercard. And then Saturday, Sunday is going to be WrestleMania. So on Monday, I'm going to give you my recap of all those shows. So it's going to be a fun one. Stay tuned. And of course, happy wrestling, everybody. Peace.